Hey y'all, so today we're working on getting the last little bit of the city lit. We're getting pretty close. So let's take a look at kind of where I'm at right now, what I gotta do yet. And yeah. Alright, so I've already pulled out all these buildings. All of these are already lit. They're kind of spread, kind of just throughout right now. One's up there. I can't reach those. I have short little arms. I'm only 5'5". I can't reach back in that corner. Which means I have to pull out this to pull out that so that I can stand on my little hole thing so I can reach back there. So that's what we're going to do now. So the initial plan was to pull the gardens out of the way and then I could slide everything right forward and it would all be fine. However, I remembered as soon as I started to pull this apart that this is all already wired. And so pulling this apart is a little bit annoying. And in fact, I was even able to just stretch this so that I didn't have to unplug any of that. And that seemed like a much better solution. So I just slid everything down so that I could grab it from here, and carry on. I am going to be able to stand in the little hole and, put minifigs along the sidewalk, but I'm going to have to make sure that I got all the things that I need to do that. Because it's a little bit not treacherous. It's just a little bit tight to get in there this is my box of like sealed stuff. So Star Wars collectors, you don't see anything. It's just a little tight to get in there. And so I need to make sure that I get all of my stuff like here before I get back there, because it's like a minute process to get out of that hole. Maybe a little bit more. In hindsight, I wish that I would have also cut across here, and so I could have both of these kind of open, or even like both of those two, because it's just my shoulders are a little tight coming up through. But it's all fine. Anyways, so I got those out. I can finish lighting those. Getting that all wired is going to be a little bit fun too. I think I'm going to have to connect in the back and then kind of push it along. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to reach back there. I mean, it was actually pretty difficult to connect these together, even being able to reach pretty easily. And so I can't even imagine trying to reach over the garden, trying to connect those. I also need to remember to add some figs kind of in this middle section a little bit, because I couldn't access it when I was doing it. And so I need to get all this back stuff finished up and kind of work forward as far as detailing. So let me get these last two houses lit, and then we'll get to doing some details. All right, so finally, I'm not gonna lie, it's been about 2 weeks since the previous update, to this video was taken. But finally got enough parts to get this all finished up. Got everything lit. I'm loving the way this is looking. I did something I'm not a real big fan of. I had to stand on the table to get those last two buildings in. I almost knocked Smog down onto the fortress, which would have been appropriate for a Smog the Destroyer. But anyways, before I get anything buttoned up, I need to put all the figs and cars and all that stuff back there so that I don't need to keep crawling up and over this thing, because that just makes me nervous. So I'm going to grab some cars, grab some figs, and get these streets kind of populated and detailed up. All right, so got this all patched up. Got a bunch of figs in here. I didn't do too many little like stories or scenes because honestly, it's just really hard to see back there. The gardens kind of blocks a lot of this sidewalk along this side. And then it's just really hard to see kind of back in the corner. So I didn't go too crazy on detail. But all that to say, I did take out all the stuff of the moving truck. So it's like it's coming out of the building here, getting moved into the moving truck. There's a worker kind of working on the light there. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights, and then we can take a look at this whole kind of side of the city lit, because it's all lit, and I am about 3 months ahead of schedule on it, which is awesome. So let me go hit the lights, and we'll take a look at it closer. All right, so I thought we'd start back here where I've been working. You know, looks great. I also added some extra figs into the gardens to kind of fill out this middle section because I kind of forgot. So I got one coming up there into the Stone Dragon Shrine. And you know, just kind of filled that out just a little bit more. Take it down a minifig kind of perspective. So I got that kind of all filled out. You know, obviously got that all filled out. I kind of didn't go too crazy on the lights in the bookshop alt build. Because I thought it would be better if the downstairs kind of looked like it was closed a little bit. Let me see if I can get you a little bit better of an angle on that. But yeah, I thought that turned out really well. I'm glad I put the lights into the window eaves. I wasn't going to do that originally, and I'm kind of glad I did because that just kind of really makes those windows pop. The Queer Eye alt build looks great with a bunch of the Queer Eye figs out front. Kind of subdued more of the out front, and so you can actually see the interior, which I like. The pet shop was just the standard. I'm not super crazy about how much attention the art school with the kind of strobing lights draws, but I don't hate it either. So that's cool. Got this is the old Santorum that has the pizza shop on the back side of it. But anyways, that's just a fun little, just kind of, I don't want to say filler building, but you know, obviously it's not a modular. So anyways, but that's just kind of a fun little building. I thought that the kind of ring makes a nice kind of feature of that building. And then obviously the up house looks good with the eaves maybe a little bit more lit than I would like it to be. That's again another kind of one of the side effects of buying a pre-built light kit, but it also like lights up this area because there's no street lights here for a couple, because these are a bunch of alt builds and stuff. So I don't hate that effect of it. And then obviously the balloons is kind of nice too. But again, it draws like a lot of attention there, which is both good and bad. But anyways, you know, and then we got the Seinfeld mock, which I really enjoy. Again, I didn't go too crazy with the lighting on it because, you know, I don't want to take too much attention away from everything else. But yeah, so that's kind of the newer part of it. And then the cool thing is we can go on down the way here. And down here, I haven't done anything with lights yet. I don't know if I'm going to do much at all down here. Because this is kind of like train pass-through area. But what I would like to do eventually is light these up so that they change with the switch that's kind of hidden back in there. But that's a long way away project because there's a lot to figure out with that project. But so I thought I might do that, and then I would like to figure out just some sort of little station thing or something to maybe put along here, like a service platform that might get a little bit of light. And then I still would like to figure out some maybe like service station or something right there to put something kind of train working related right there. I think that would kind of fill out that little area. Up here, we've already kind of covered in depth on some other stuff, except for, you know, we do have the firehouse now, which is super fun. And I love the little blinking light on top. And I do have it so that I can pull the fire engine out further if I need to, or if I want to. And then as we kind of go along, we got the little block party going on. We got the bus and the taxi dropping off people. We got the block party starting here. I do intend to add lights to all of this here, at least on this end. I don't know about down. I don't know about down there, but at least the food trucks here and the little disco DJ stand and probably the bus and this kind of general area. I think I will probably add lights at some point, just to kind of really make that area pop. But it's fine for now. It looks pretty good. I'm definitely happy with it. This area again is lacking a little bit. Obviously, you got the old train shed. This is where the very soon, hopefully coming, brick cross station will go, and I will obviously add lights as I'm building that, so that will light up this general area. I have already planned for a extension to the patio, which will light all the way over there. I'm gonna do a little patio or a little like outdoor area on this side, so this will all get lit as well, but kind of waiting for this main piece to be in before I do too much there. And then we're continuing on down. Again, this area is kind of cleaned up, but this area is kind of still of a mess. It just needs some work and some figs, is really just kind of what it needs. So that'll probably be coming real soon. And then obviously I've spent a lot of time on the forested area as well. So, but it's really cool when you look kind of down the road to see all of it lit. That's really nice. This has been a long time coming. I like the kind of fact that the railing kind of continues all the way along, just kind of outlining the city, which I think is nice. And I think will be a really nice contrast once this area is fully filled out, because obviously this is going to be much darker. There'll be lights obviously in the fortress. There'll be lights somewhat on the mountain and stuff in the little scenes and things. I'm hoping there will be some lights in some boats. There'll be some firing cannons, hopefully. But I think it'll be a nice contrast to like bunch of lights, minimal lighting, and then bunch of lights again over there in the beach area. So that's kind of the overall plan. But yeah, really happy with where that's at. Again, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule because I wanted this to be done by the end of the year. And here we are mid-October. So definitely very good start and very happy with where we're at. So thanks, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for some more stuff because there's a lot of building to do over there. But anyways, thanks, y'all.